Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I am only going to share with you the flip through of my cousin, only because it's 86 degrees right now at 7:30ish, and I want to quickly film so I can close the door. The front door is over that way. There's my neighbor. Let's just do a quick flip through of my cousin. This is 9 months worth of stuff that I've taped in, glued in, of photos and comics. Like, what can I show you? How about that? So these are photos that I printed out from my Canon selfie, a comic that I taped from a daily comic book that I had, and then taped it in. So it does this. There's Bruce. These are my Monstera albos, some spider plants. This is my kitchen nook. And then you can see plants that I have there, but they're no longer there. Some of these I moved into another room, what I call my library. And then I have a plant light right here. And this is when I cut up my elbow. But, so this is how you can lay out your pages. Let's go to the weekly section. So this is for this week. I did not decorate, push down any washies. My my packages I'm expecting are over here. This is last week. I did have some washi. I have a lot of stickers, and so I'm trying to use them up. The hardest part is not buying new stickers or washi. This is the week before. And then if you're new to my channel and you're new to the Hobonichi Cousin, you're not sure how to use the vertical weekly layout, another thing you can try, which I did earlier in the year, let me get to it really quick. It's like this. Now I saw this, I think on Facebook or Instagram, where somebody did something similar to this layout, and I wanted to try it, and I actually enjoyed it when I had the time to put down the washi and to break it down. So my next notes section would be right here. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And as you can see, it really fills up the page. If you want your page to look full and complete and you're not into white space, like here. So here's another way you can do it, but you can see how it's kind of not filled in. So if this bothers you, then you can do this and, you know, really fill it in. So here's one where I didn't keep up with it, so you can see what that looks like. But I like this when I have time to set it up. This is one way you can do it. Now let's go to the daily pages. So today's Friday. This was a doodle that I saw, or an image that I saw on Facebook. I don't know if you can see that. So I try to doodle a image of myself and Bruce, my bulldog. And I kind of like the way this turned out, actually. I have bangs, this girl does not, and I kind of like the way this one came out. So I'm going to watercolor it in later, but it says dogs, they fill the places in our hearts that no other could ever fill, which I think is true. Thursday, Queen Elizabeth II passed away, so this is the doodle I try to do. If you follow the monarch and you like them, I am sorry for your loss. I think she led a very interesting life. I actually checked out an ebook. I think it's a biography of her life, which I started reading last night. So I look forward to reading the rest of it, just to think of everything that she's seen and heard. I just think it's amazing. But so this is my doodle of her, and this was the image that I tried to do. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is cutting this out and then maybe taping it right on top of my own doodle. I may or may not watercolor this in. I'm not really sure. This is an image that I found from the California Science Center of 3 frogs. They are considered an indicator species for changes in our environment and our climate. So once I watercolor them in, these 2 top frogs are called the splendid tree frog, and the one down here, and they're green, and the one down here, which is going to be like a purple lavender color, it's a dumpy tree frog, and I just love the way he looked. So I may color this one just because I love the actual photo. If you visit them, you can see it online on Facebook. but I think they're just absolutely cute. So that's my doodle. This one is from the Crow Clinic for the Rehabilitation of Wildlife, Inc., located in Florida. So I decided just to draw a couple of the animals that were on their Facebook page, and they rehabilitate wildlife, and then they release them adjacent or in the same spot where they found them. So this is a baby squirrel that they found in a parking lot. It was missing the paw part, like the skin. So they bandaged it up and put a little heart on it. But this was a little itty bitty baby. And once I color this in, you'll notice that this is the glove. This is like the body of the nurse that was holding the baby squirrel. And then over here are hatchlings, turtle hatchlings, tortoise hatchlings. So this is a diamondback terrapin, a gopher tortoise, and then this is a Florida scrub jay, which to me looks like a blue jay, but it has, you know, more colors. It's not a solid blue, it has blue and black on it, which they also found. And so hopefully if I color these three in, it will be a close facsimile. No, it will look similar to the image that I found at their website. And again, you can find them on Facebook, and I think if you type in Crow Clinic for the Rehabilitation of Wildlife in your search engine, you will find them. And I think I have their websites linked below if you want to check them out. And wild animals are not pets. They help them get better and then release them back to the wildlife. This is Armando's in South El Monte here in Southern California. They have really good Mexican food, and we found them. They moved, they closed their old location and then moved, and then we couldn't find them. You know, COVID hit, we couldn't find them, they didn't open. And I did a little tracking and I found them. But there they are, they're opened. I'm so happy. We went there last Sunday to go eat, and same food, same management, same workers, and it was just really good to see them again. So this is the chips and salsa that they had. The salsa was really spicy, which was good. And then I ordered chicken tacos with rice and beans. So this is what it looks like. Really, really good. QT. So if you've been slightly following my videos for the past couple of weeks, I've been doodling a albatross. I don't want to say a baby, but it was, you know, an albatross baby, I guess. And it's been growing, obviously, the past couple of weeks. She finally fledged on November 3rd, which might be September 3rd, which is September 2nd, probably for New Zealand. First one to do it. They called her QT, which is Quarry Track, which is the area, I guess, where she's located. So they didn't really name her, so to speak. But she fledged. It was a stormy. I tried to, because the camera's watching the location, so this would be her nest. There's like a little hill right here, and then like a cliffside, and then this is the ocean. So it was kind of drizzly, rainy, and it was kind of windy, and so she would stand there and move her wings. It was really neat to, you could just see the call of nature in her, you know, to fly, the call of the ocean. It was just really incredible to watch. And it was really, really sad to see her just kind of play with her wings, you know, spread out, letting the wind just lift her, and then the next thing you know, she just took off. So she did it. So what's going to happen to her, they said, is she will spend a few days learning to forage off of the coast of New Zealand, before heading to the coast of South America. So this is incredible. Sad day. And we actually won't see her, I think they said 5 years before she comes back to New Zealand to start breeding, trying to find a mate. So yeah, hopefully I'll be around to see her come back. These were just two images that I found online that I wanted to watercolor in, which obviously I didn't do yet. One is a sea turtle, and this is, you know, that green, it looks like a crab, but it's actually one of those green frogs in the rainforest. And is that it? I don't know what else I did. Oh, this is my September currently page. I finally set it up. So this is that blank page at the beginning of the month. So let's just show you one like this. So this would be November. Here's November 1st. So this page I decided to do as a currently page. And I got this idea from Oh Hello Robin, who has her own YouTube channel. And I think I linked her down below too. And this is something that the Happy Planner used to do in one of their Happy Planners. I think it was one of the first ones that I used. I think they had a currently page, but they had more currently things that you can answer. I decided just to go with reading and then events happening this month. So for us, so far in September, we've had really, really hot temperatures. We had the Hobonichi sales and then 2 birthdays. And then over here right now, I have 4 books that I checked out from the library. One of them is Stephen King's Fairy Tales, which I started reading. I don't know how many chapters I'm in, but I'm not too sure if I'm going to read it just because there's an elderly dog in the book. And if he kills him, I'm just going to be really mad. So, and sad. And I just can't, I don't know if I can finish reading that one. So when I decide what books I'm going to read, I will scribble them down in here. This is for August 31. Goodbye, August. Here's a picture of myself, Bruce, and my husband sitting on a dock. I need to watercolor this in. And then you saw this one. This is a bear in the heat. Need to color him in. And I think that's where we are, because I think I showed you guys this last week. So this is a quick flip through of my cousin of what happened last week, and the doodles that I did, the pencil doodles. My Hobonichi package should be coming next week, maybe. I know it's in town right now in LA, and the delivery I think they said was maybe Monday. I'm hoping they don't come tomorrow because we're going to be gone all day tomorrow. But I hope you had a nice week. I hope you guys are receiving your Hobonichi order if you placed your order. And have a good weekend. I'll see you guys next week and maybe sooner if I get my Hobonichi stuff. No new covers, just the touch-up books, the 5-year, and then a few accessories. Okay, I'll see you guys next week. Talk to you then. Bye.